You're about to watch two different classes that were recorded for the members of PhotoBooth 101 University, but this is basically the beginner tutorial for Honeybook, then the more advanced class for Honeybook. So Honeybook, really quick, guys, before we dive into this, is Honeybook is a CRM, client relation management tool. It's a piece of software that will allow you to sign your contracts, keep your emails for your customers in one place, take payments for your business. It is like your one-stop shop for all of that type of stuff. And these are two different classes that were recorded in 2 different days. And again, if you want to join PhotoBooth 101 University, you guys, link in the description. And I can't recommend what we've created for anyone that's looking to learn more, level up their business. And also, before we get into this video, I know it's going to be a long one, so take notes. We also have a discount and sign up link for Honeybook. Get up to 30% off your first year with our link, you guys. Don't just go to their website and sign up. You might as well save 30% because it is a pretty expensive piece of software, but it will make your life easier, which you're about to see. So shout out to Hans. Hans is one of the mentors at PhotoBooth 101, and he's the one that did these classes. So just be aware that's what you're watching, and this was a live recording. So thank you guys. I'll see you at the end just to say goodbye, but enjoy this very long 2-class video.
All right. So can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, here we go. So when we log into Honeybook, this is what we'll see. So this is your starting point. You know, you press home, this is your landing page. All right. So the first PowerPoint, the first page that we're gonna look at is pretty much going to the account part. So this is the first thing that I would, if I was to start all over again, this is where I would start. Is go to my account, and then I scroll to this because sometimes we're not all available. So this is the first thing I take care of, because I've done 2 accounts, and when I started my second account, this is where I went right away. Um, I like this part right here. I'm out of office settings. So say you're gonna go on a vacation, do whatever you need to do, you're not gonna be available. What's cool about Honeybook is that when they reach out to you, through Honeybook, this software will send out a message. They put it. Sometimes it has a like auto generated one that's like super AI, like I don't know, AI, like so sorry, I'll get back to you, blah blah blah. I like to personalize it, so this is what I put, and then I put like if it's urgent, please call me or text me. I have my business phone, so I will turn it off if it's like family time.
Yeah.
But when I turn it on again, I'll be able to receive their texts and voicemails. So, but this is what you want to do right away. At least I do. And then when you want to turn it on, boom, and then they're gonna there, and then you just tell it when you're gonna return, and it'll turn off again. So that's something that I like using when I'm gonna be out of the office. It's something that I think Honeybook kind of keeps it low key, and people take it like not even for granted, like they don't even use it, but it's such a useful tool because I'll have some customers think like that I ignored them, and it hasn't happened to me before, but I've seen it happen to other companies that they'll be like this company's horrible, they never reply to emails, blah blah blah. And this is kind of like a thing to like cover your ass. We're like, hey, like I'm not ignoring you, I'm just out of the office, I'm on vacation, blah blah blah. So use this because it could actually like save you from a negative review sometimes. So just something I wanted to point out. Let's see. So the next one I believe is the company settings. Yes. um we'll go over the company settings right here. Like I said, this is gonna be we're gonna keep it simple and just go through the company brand ones. Say you already built your logo. Say you guys know how to use Canva. You have your logo, or you had someone make it. This is the second thing I go to. These logos right here, you could stamp them with your signatures and stuff. When you're sending out emails through Honeybook, and it'll use your logo, and it looks super professional. I wish I could send you guys one like live right now, but I can't. But um, believe me when I say it, like when I send it and it has your signature. So here's my signature down here, right? And then it stamps it with the logo somewhere. I think it's on the top left, and then one at the bottom as well. It's just brand awareness that I really like. And the more you flash your brand, I feel like the more that they get to know you and the more that it digs into your head. Um, I haven't really used this, but yeah, this is like about your company if you're trying to add it into your Honeybook. This is more advanced. And then if you guys can add your handles for your social medias right here. Okay. These on the left menus, these are gonna be like a little more advanced that I'm not really gonna get into it on this one because I just want to keep it simple for the beginners right now. So yeah, just these are the two things that I just mentioned. Build your brand, add your logos. Here's your what do you call it? Like your brand colors. I like black and white, so that's what I use. And yeah, remember add all your stuff right here. I think it builds your signature out of this, so keep it keep it up to date if anything changes. All right. I like how this class is super small, so I could like breeze through it. Your company will also connect your social channels, drive awareness. Cool. All right. Now let's get to the actual part that people are like, how do you build a contract? If you guys are gonna get anything well out of this, it's gonna be this part. So let's go to home. And we're gonna create a new contract. Files. So let's create a contract. No, file templates. There we go. You go to file templates. So I have a couple stuffs that I mess with around with and experiment. But here I got one for you guys right here, Honeybook class example. But I figured, well, let's do a fresh one just so we could see from the very beginning. Let's do create new. So we're gonna create new, boom, right here, and contract. And now we're in the creating contract. This is where it's important. See how I told you guys like to go to right away to put your phone number, put your brand, your logo. This is what I mean. It really it flashes the customer with logos, with your name, your phone number. It looks very professional, and I feel like the more you throw it at them in their face, the more they're gonna remember you. So I like that part. So let's say that you're gonna create a contract. Let's look one up real quick. Let's see if I could find Drew's. It's like a rental agreement or something like that. Let's do this one. So say you guys already have a template that you bought from Drew. I know Drew sells one. I know other companies sell one. I use Drew's because I think it's great, and he actually had a lawyer in California look over it for, and that's where I operate. So I thought that was my best option. But whatever goes, whatever floats your boat. It's just as long as you guys have a legit one. So what I like doing is just copying all of this, and it's gonna give me trouble probably because I have a couple of things open. Cool. Yeah, let's copy everything. Why not? Copy. So this is what I do to make my contracts. Obviously, I've done this already, so erase that, paste. Boom. I'm gonna mess with that. I gotta mess with this. Clean it up, obviously. Don't make it all messy. Gonna make this font bigger. Let's make it extra large, just so we could all read it. Extra large. There we go. I'm just making it extra large so we could all read it and we could all see. All right, cool. All right, so obviously you guys are gonna have to clean this up, but so let's start. For completing this book of constitutes blah 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 agreement. So smart fields. This is where we're gonna get into smart fields. So the following character terms will set forth the agreement between boom. Obviously, this one won't be a smart field because it's gonna be your company the whole time. So my company is best photo. Oops, LA. And you see client right here. So we're gonna erase this part. I'm assuming you guys have your own template. We're gonna erase this part. We're gonna go into smart fields on the right, insert a smart field. And then it's going to tell you, what do you want to add? So for here, it's going to be client's full name. So it should be under client, file company, clients, first client's full name. First client, it's because you can have multiple clients have the contract signed. Most of the time, you just deal with one client unless you're doing like corporate and different people need to sign it. But most of the time, it's just one client. So first client, full name. So now this is going to be what you call a smart field. So when you build an event and you put, you know, Zuzi Doe, instead of having to write this whole contract down in Susie Doe, it's gonna auto complete it for you and put their name right here. All right, now check it out. Now I'm gonna click on this. And because I don't want Susie Doe to mess with it, because sometimes people do try to get sneaky and say, like, oh, well, I'm just gonna put a different name. And so you don't want them to edit. So it says can't edit. Okay. Boom. So then now when you put can't edit, your client will see this, but they won't be able to edit it. So Susie Doe, that's your name. If she, and I usually tell them, if there's any misspellings, if there's anything, please shoot me an email and I'll correct the contract and resend it again. I don't, there's a lot of things that I don't like them filling out because some, and then the perfect example, the one coming up right now. This is the one where I really don't want them to mess with. Lesson learned. Ask me how I know. It's because the customer kind of sneaked the extra hour and I didn't see it. So the service period will be from, so we're going to put this as date. So once again, smart field, right? We're going to go to project and we're going to put project start time. Or no, project date, sorry. Oh no, this one's from. So I guess project start time, I guess. Yeah. Project start time from project from to, and then we're going to put smart field again, project end time. And once again, make sure that you guys, client can't edit, client can't edit. And then on, so this is going to be on, so we know that this is the date. So once again, insert project date. Once again, I don't want them to mess with it. At, so what is this? The where it's going to be, right? So we're going to go project location or project something. I'm pretty sure it's project location. Yeah, project location. Boom, can't edit. So this is going to auto populate. So what you'll have, and I'll try to go to it to see like an example of an event that I have. But these will be auto filled in by Honeybook as long as you have these filled in on the actual event page that I'll show you guys later. But project start time, project end time, project date, and all these, you won't have to go into every contract and fill these out. They'll auto populate and they'll be right there. So boom, boom, we have recall. Prorated, this juice contract, just put this because, you know, people have their own thing. So I'll just, if you have like a prorated refund not exceeding 100, I don't know, for each hour lost. So that's just really gonna be on you. There's no reason to do a smart field on that. I think just Drew left that blank because of the that people have different prices, different, you know, different states, different regions. So you have your own price. What's this one? Staff arrives at location at, once again, project location. So obviously I'm reading my contract, make sure what I'm filling in. So project location, once again, they can't edit. So this one and this one will always match project location. Once again, you have your own price. So honestly, I'm not reading. Is any additional time requested by the client must be paid in increments no less than 100 at, I don't know. Let's put $100 as well. Client agrees that for its owner should not be liable for responsible. So this shouldn't be a smart field because it's going to be your company the whole time. So best photo. Oops. LA, or its owner should not be held liable, blah. So services agrees to provide service to the client, including blah, blah. So that sounds like it's us. So once again, no need to auto-populate that one with our smart fields because it's always gonna be us. Unless you're running two businesses under the same Honeybook, which I probably wouldn't. This is gonna always be the same. So no need for smart field. A deposit of, my deposit is always either 100 or 50, depending on what package they get. So let's just do 50. Full payment of, let's do 500. All right, prior, blah, blah, blah. Deposit of, let's say 50. So once again, these are all your own prices. So there's no need. There's no need. What's your policy? Request up to, my policies, they could cancel up to 30 days. Once they're in the 30 days, you can't. The sole discretion of, or maybe canceled. So I'm really going through stuff that you don't need. So we'll skip this, we'll skip that one. This is gonna be your company name. These are your prices. You guys don't really care. Okay, cool. So let's assume that these are already filled in with your prices and your company names. Cool. And what I like doing at the end of each agreement, so say terms. At the end of the terms paragraph, what I like doing is adding a smart field and adding first client's initials. And then this one they must fill, right? Because they can't skip it. So the difference between a client can edit and a client must fill is that a client could just skip through it. So if they see it, they could, and they agree with how their name is spelled, which they can't edit for me. Let's say you let them edit their name, then they'll be able to edit it, but they don't have to mess with it. Whereas in must fill, it's gonna be blank and they must fill something in. So say I want them to put their initials like I put first client initials. It won't when they're filling this whole thing out, when you send it to them, it won't let them send the contract back to you unless they put their initials. And I like putting that just so I know, like, hey, I had initials at every paragraph saying that you read the terms and you initialed it. You read the services, right? So we'll put services, first client initials. I like putting it at the end of every section of the contract, and that's for both of my companies that I run, all right? It's not just my photo booth. I do that for my other company as well. I like to put first client initials. And they must fill. That means the client must fill it. You can't fill it for them. They must do it themselves. That's just a CYA for me. So if they're like, well, I didn't see that part, like the damage one, damage to provider's equipment, you saw and you initialed that you read that part, bro. So no, you didn't. You're gonna have to pay stuff like that. So just I like putting initials in each one, and I'm treating it like I'm writing one right now. So must fill, boom. This would be your company name. This is your company name. Photos may not be usable. This is your company name. Insert initials. It does, and making a contract does become tiresome. Like, but once you have this all built, guess what? When you guys are sending out your contracts, you'll never have to do this part ever again. You just do it once and that's it. The rest is gonna auto-populate. So once you're on that 50th customer, this thing has saved you hours and hours and hours of building contracts for each customer, which I freaking love. This part I usually erase at the bottom because the title, the name, the signature. Because what Honeybook does is it gives them a section to sign themselves at the end. Let's just skip the appendix for now. But you guys could, interested in blah blah. This is your client's name, responsibility of blah. So this is kind of redundant. This is your appendix. I already showed you guys how to add your client's name, client's location, so stuff like that. So if you guys needed to add it on this part, like on location, you guys know how to do it already. but let's skip this right part. And then, so I want to show you guys. Oh my God. Let me erase. All right. I guess I just have to pull this.
Quick question,
Go for it.
Hans, can you have multiple contracts? Like, let's say you have one with the prints and one without the prints type thing?
Yeah. You'll be able to
And
do
you
it.
can
And
just
then,
select which one you want?
yeah. So I'll show you an example right now of one that I have. So I erased the whole signature part, right? Because at the end, Honeybook makes you sign like this is you signing, and then this is a client signing. So when you send it, they won't be able to click on this part, obviously, because that's you, but they'll be able to click on this part, and then they have to sign it. And what's cool is that they could either type their full name correctly, and then they put this signature is blah blah, blah legally binds me, like DocuSign, or they could actually scribble in their signature. So yeah. So say we're done with this one, right? Was I gonna talk about invoices? This class is going pretty fast, so if it's not talking about invoices, I'm gonna make one because you guys, right? It's let's see, contact form, my templates, tools. Oh, I still need to go over contact form as well, but it's fine. I skipped right into the creating smart fields, but no worries. I want to show you guys this part. That's why. All right, so let's say that you guys also want to add an invoice to it. Well, this is new. Start from blank. Um, this is new. Start from blank, I guess. Say you guys want to add an invoice to this thing right here. So we're gonna put an invoice right here, and it's creating one. Start from blank, I guess. Standard invoice. Yes. Once again, look at the auto population stuff that we took at the very beginning of the class. You put your stuff right there. I like that. It's gonna be one time. This is cool. I guess they just added this, the one time and reoccurring on the thing. Well, it's a one-time invoice for right now. So bill two, obviously this is gonna be the client's name is gonna auto-populate it. These are all auto-populated. You can't even mess with them. But let's say we have a $500 or print. Let's do print with backdrop. And I don't know, props. We're making our own package right now. And then we're gonna put comes, and then this is the client's gonna see this. So everything I'm writing right now, the client's gonna see it. Prints with backdrop, comes with prints, unlimited sessions. I don't know how you guys like wording stuff, but I like unlimited sessions because I don't like saying unlimited prints. I've been caught up with grandma wanted to, print like 50 for their Christmas cards. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. 50 of the same picture. I'm not doing that. Comes with prints, unlimited sessions, and a premium prop table. Cool. So we have a prop table, prints, and then we're just gonna be, this is just a package of its own, and we're gonna name it as a 500. Cool. And then cool, boom, right there. If you could charge tax for your services, that's not up to me. That's, you gotta consult with your tax person, but it will actually automatically fill in the tax if you needed to. You're just gonna have to mess with the tax right here. To edit taxes, go to invoice settings. So we're not gonna go over that right now because it's a little more advanced. Honestly, you just gotta go to the invoice settings and check and put what you have to tax in your state. But we're just gonna leave that checked out, and it's gonna be $500 even for the customer. Boom. And then for here on the payment plan, I usually just tell them they have to pay the deposit, the first one, and then whatever you guys want to put. So let's go over it. So smart date. So this would be a smart date. So different people have different rules. So I like getting paid like, let's say, a week before the project date. Save. And this one, I like sending it just an invoice. So as soon as I send them the invoice, it's due. And then for amount, you can mess with this. You could, so say that you only want $50 down or $100 down. The rest is gonna go to the last one, right? You see that? So if I put 100 and it's a total 500, then the 400 is due the week before your project date. And then you could also do percentages. So say you want half, or I see some people just require 25%. Why is it not letting me? Some people just require 25%. And it'll auto do it for you. So say 125. Cool. So we're done with that, but check it out. It's gonna, I need to go to the next page. It adds a payment page. So once you do your invoice, it adds a payment page for every invoice that you make, which I love about Honeybook. So boom, right here. And then you give them a choice. And what I like is that it also added Google Pay too, which I don't see right now. Why do I not see it? Well, for mine, it gave me the Google Pay option as well. Oh, there it is. See? Google and Apple Pay now is part of a Honeybook. So customers love that. They like using Google Pay because it's on their phone when they're booking sometimes. So, but yeah, you could, for this part, say you want them to only use credit card. You don't want to do ACH, like a bank transfer, because sometimes it does take a while. So you just want to do credit cards. It's faster. Honeybook does charge you more, but it's faster. I think they give you the money like within your account within like 2 or 3 days, something. They're pretty fast. So that would be your option. Or say you don't want to pay their higher fee and you just want to do bank transfers. You don't care about the fee. You could wait, a whole week before you get your money. Then you just tell them they can only do bank transfer. And you with the freedom to do both. Do both. Right here, you could leave a tip. So you could ask the customers if they want to leave the tip, just like everything else in the US, right? Like everybody wants to be tipped. So you could ask the client to leave a tip, like on the first payment and the second payment, or just on the last payment. So up to you. That's usually a preference. I like using this part right here. Client must use autopay, because I really don't like worrying about the customer and reaching out to them to pay, like, hey, your date's coming through, your invoice says that it's 1 week before your event date, like I need to get payment. I'll usually just tell customers, look, this is your deposit and you're gonna put an auto pay thing, and it's gonna charge your card the week before, the day before, stuff like that. So just if you're gonna use auto pay, my thing is just let them know that you're using auto pay, so they don't freak out and thinks that you're stealing their money a week before their event. So just let them know. If you let them know, they're usually cool with it. But yeah, that's how you build your contract with an invoice. And so once you send them this, they're gonna see all three things when you send it to them, and it's all organized how you want it. So you could do the payment first. You can move these around, so you can see. You can move these around. Obviously, I like putting the contract first, just so they know what they're signing up for, and then the payment and stuff at the end. But boom, so we made our template. Update template, and let me see. We're gonna name it Honeybook class example. And then right now, we're gonna use this template. Not right now, like use template right now, but because we also got to build the event. So I'm gonna show you guys now. Yeah, sure. Update the event, update the template. Now we're gonna build a an event so you guys could see how this is used. Okay, let me go big. I'm sorry, I know you guys don't see, but I have a toolbar for Zoom that I have to keep moving around. You guys can't see it, but I have a toolbar on my screen, so I have to keep messing with it. All right. So we're gonna make a new project. Let's do name. Let's do John Doe. I know it's gonna ask me for an email, which is gonna be annoying. Lead source. If they call you and they tell you what it's from, or usually when they fill out your contact form, which I'll help you guys make one too for your website. It'll ask them where they got it. So right now, let's just say that a client referred us. This is your project start date. So let's say the project start date is going to be for Halloween. Start time will then later. Cool. Boom, boom, boom. Move this toolbar again. Gosh darn toolbar. There we go. Create project. So we're creating a project, and we're going to treat this like John Doe is going to book with us. So let me just let my little computer load as fast as it can. It's loading, it's loading. It's gonna ask me for a client right now. I'll probably make one up. Thing is, I don't have an email for it, but I'll figure it out now. Well, I guess not. Yeah, it is. Yeah. John Doe. Email address. Oh, you know what? I could do existing and probably just look up. Let's do that. Yeah, there we go. That works. Boom. So this is where I told you guys need to fill in the details for it to auto-populate. So the project start date, look, we put October 1st. And let's say that it's gonna, their event is gonna start at 4 p.m. Ignore this part for right now. Sometimes you give a Honeybook access to your Google calendars, or I think it's called Apple Calendar, something like that. And it'll look at it, see if you have anything there as well. So this is pretty cool that they, Honeybook could actually look at your calendar. I let Honeybook access it because I put stuff on my calendar as well for personal stuff. So sometimes they'll tell you like, hey, you have something already planned that day. Project location, they're gonna be at 123 Elm Street. I don't know. Sure, I'll handle it, sure. So that's the project location. At end date. I want end time, but sure. I guess it'll be the same date. And say it's gonna be a 3-hour print job. So we will end at 7 p.m. Boom. So once we go to that, client test, boom, boom. Now we're gonna send the file that we created earlier that we made together, and we're gonna send it to them. So let's Honeybook Classic sample. So we're gonna send them the one that we built. So we're gonna click on it. And if we forget something, no worries. Like if we forgot to fill in the end time, it doesn't matter because Honeybook will actually tell you, hey, you need to put an end time before you send this out. So there's like no way of you forgetting. As long as you made your first contract, correct. I did the wrong one. Let me go back. I named them both the same thing. Oh no, there we go. Cool. So check that out. It filled that out for me, filled out the location, customer's name is Hans Test, which is, that's me, I guess. First client initial, stuff like that. So it auto populates a lot of these things. And then let's see how the invoice looks. So look, so I do pickups. I don't know about you guys, but I do pickups and stuff like that. So this is what I do. So say I wanted to send them pickup, I could send this to their invoice. I didn't mean to use that one, but I mean, I have a lot of options that the customers could choose from. So that's something. So let's just use this one as an example since you guys haven't seen this one. So say they do the photo booth pickup, quantity one item because it's one package. They want to add the AI backdrop. So you just choose that one to one because they told me they want to add it. Say they want to add a power bank. So choose that to one. And they want to add the prop table. Doing to one. And all these add up. So their total is 349. Like setting this as your invoice date, save. And then the customer would have to pay 50, $299 later. And then payment. So always leave a tip, even if they say no thanks. Well, whatever's. I leave it on. And boom. And then once you're ready to share it, you send it to them. If you guys want to see how it looks, how the customer sees it, then you click preview. Sometimes I like seeing that to see what's gonna look on their end. So let's just peek on what it's gonna look on their end. So let's go to contract. So this is gonna look in their end. This is what they see. You see that? It tells them they gotta put their initials. They gotta put their initials, and then it tells them that they're gonna have to click on one of these. I'm not able to click on them because they have to be able to log in with the email in order to be able to fill stuff in. So just let them know that, hey, I'm gonna send this to this email. So if you forward it to another email and try to do it, it's not gonna let them. They have to do it through their email. So boom, we're done. And then that's what they see. Pretty self-explanatory. Any questions on building a contract? It's probably the hardest part about Honeybook, or not the hardest, but like the thing that I get asked for the most is building a contract. It's very boring. There's no way of me making this any more exciting for you guys. It's super boring, but it's gonna save you a lot of time down the line. My thing crashed. Let's go back to the home page. Let me exit this out too. It's probably taking up a lot of memories. Okay. Poor little computer. Geez, we're already 40 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. I guess I could talk a lot. Well, this is the last section. The contact form. I love adding that. I like making a contact forms while my little computer kind of struggles to load. Let's talk about contact forms. So contact forms is something where like you're gonna make a form and you're gonna embed it into your website, and they're gonna be able to put their full name, what they're interested in, their location. I usually don't like asking them straight up for their address. I like either telling them what city, what zip code, or if you want to put your full address. I feel like sometimes people are a little uncomfortable if you ask them for their address straight up. That's just me. So I give them the three options, full address or just zip code or just address or city, just so I have an idea of where you're going to be traveling and if you need to, charge more for travel. So yeah, let's go on the contact form. So we're right now on the power slide where it says creating a contact form. So we're gonna go to tools. Click tools and then click my templates. It's not there anymore. It's pretty old. File templates. It used to be on my templates. I need to update those slides. And then we're gonna make a contact form. So it's on the bottom left right here on the contact forms, bottom left. Let's create a new contact form. Boom. So here's our contact form. It pretty much fills a lot of its stuff that you're actually going to use no matter what company you use, no matter what you do. If you're a plumber or you're a photo booth operator, you're going to need all this information. So full name, boom. Yeah, definitely need it. Here's where you think, where you can put, like, if you want to require this or not. Obviously right here, Honeybook doesn't even give you an option because it's like, dude, it's a given. You need their name, email. Yeah, Honeybook also automatically requires it. I think phone number they let you turn it off. Yeah, I like requiring it. So boom, phone number. Project date. So for I don't like project date. I like putting like event date. Project date sounds very like construction. I don't know. I've been in construction business as well, so sounds like project. Sounds like construction. I like putting that as required. Like I need to know if I'm even available for your date. Address. I usually don't put address. I put zip code, city, or address. And sometimes customers will give you their address straight up. They don't want to mess around. Usually when they give you the address, they're ready to book. Just from what I've seen. Like, dude, like this is my address. Let's not mess around. Like, let's go. So boom. Usually if people are curious about your prices or they're just inquiring, they'll just put the zip code or city. But if they put the address, that's a hot lead. just a quick tip. What type of project are you looking for? This is not a question that I would put for this. Let's say I would put like what how do I word this? Like say they want to do, are you looking for prints or digital? Are you looking for prints or digital only? And then boom, you could I forgot how do you mess with these. How do you mess with this? Let's erase it because we'll make our own. Here, how did you hear about us? That's where you get that in. I like keeping it on. I like requiring it. I require a lot of things. Let's add one more. Let's add the prints that I wanted to do. Short text, long text. Let's do single choice. So we're gonna put, are you interested in prints? Because I do both. Are you interested in prints or digital? I forgot what my contact form says on my website, to be honest, but something along those lines, like what package are you interested in? And then we're gonna put digital. So then we know the customer like what to hit them with our pitch for digital and what's our pitch for prints. I usually like doing that. And then how'd you hear about us and tell us more about this project? Usually I'll leave these alone. This is the one that I really like adding. You could add other things. What's another thing? Any of you guys could think of something that you would want from an event? What would you want to know for an event? Budget? Maybe. Sometimes people ask that. I like asking for that. Sometimes people feel uncomfortable. So if they feel uncomfortable answering that question, then you don't have to require it. So say, what is your budget? Because sometimes people don't like having set prices. because they like charging accordingly. Whether it's a wedding, sometimes people charge more for a wedding than a, you know, than a birthday party, stuff like that. So you don't have to require it. And then what is your budget? And then they'll be like, okay, they're gonna be able to write whatever their budget is here. What's another thing from the top of my head that I would want to know? Oh, we just talked about it. What type of event is this? What type? I think it asks for it as well. No. Okay. Type of event is this? And then sometimes I like to put an examples, so they know like what do you actually wedding, quince, engagement party. So then they're like, oh, okay, now I know what to do. Like it's gonna just be a birthday party. So yep, that I would be pretty happy if I saw that on a contact form. And then you guys could just mess around with the colors, I believe. This is new. Honeybook kind of messed with it, so I'm not mad at it. It's just I wasn't ready for this change. Button text, input background. Check it out now. Choose. Nope, I don't like that. Now it erased everything. Choose. We'll leave it alone, but kind of like messing with this to personalize it because the one that I have on my website is all black because like I said, I have like black and white, so it really matches my brand. But yeah, mess with these to match your brand. Obviously, we're kind of just showing you the basics of it. Oh, here it is, background color. I had to move that toolbar from friggin' Honeybook. Hey, I did not like that either. But yeah, mess with these guys and personalize it, you know, make your brand look good. If your brand colors are orange and red, then you know, try to make it match. Cool. So then let's do preview and see what the customer's gonna see. So their contact form is gonna look like this in a way. Now you're like, okay, well, how are they gonna land on this? How are they gonna possibly even get to my contact form? I'm glad you asked that question. So cool. So what we're gonna do is publish. And check it out. When you publish it, now it's published. We're like, it's ready to go. You can copy this code right here and check it out. You mentioned you had Wix, right? So it works with Wix. It works with WordPress. Show it. What's this one? Weebly. Squarespace. So it works with a lot of your guys's web builders. I use Google Sites, which is I went the cheaper route because I like spending my money on other things, but you know, everybody likes their own thing. I think GoDaddy and Wix and Squarespace are really good freaking website builders and they look better than mine, but I keep it simple. So, but let's say copy code. So we copied this whole thing, right? This is because this is live now. You can use it now. And we're going to go to your website builder. So mine is Google Sites. And we're going to go to my website. Don't judge, guys. All right, cool. So let's go to pages. Let me add another one. Let me add a page. You gotta move all these zoom toolbars that you guys can't see, but I can. So just give me a second. I'm gonna move these around. Cool. Let's make a new page for me. Let's say Honeybook class page example. Obviously I want this to be shown. Hide from navigation. Give me a second, guys. Let me just get this ready for you guys. So boom. Right here. We're gonna add it to here. So what we're gonna do is I don't know how your guys' looks, but this is how we added in Google Sites, and you guys should have something similar, whether you're using Wix, GoDaddy, stuff like that. You're gonna look for the embed part. So embed, and remember we copied the embed. So what it made us copy was the embed code. So there's a URL code or an embed code. We have the embedded code. So we're gonna paste and we put next. And it usually gives you an example. Boom, boom. This is how it's gonna look. Is that what you want? And just yes, insert. Now I'm just gonna mess with it. Oh, my poor computer, so slow. All right, cool. Obviously, I need to make it bigger, fit. Making it bigger. Almost there. And then because I care about my colors from my brand, I'm going to do it like this. Boom. So now this is going to be on my website. I'm not going to publish it because obviously this is just a, but we are going to review. Yeah, there we go, preview. So we're going to preview right off the, so this is my website. So let me move these toolbars again that you guys can't use because I need to see what I'm navigating. All right. No, go back. Oh, because I didn't make it live. It's fine. You know what? I'll show you guys mine. So, see on my reserve part, that's how they're gonna land on my contact form. So this is my contact form. So this is what I asked for: full name, email, phone number, date of event. When would you like? Oh, that's another question that I would have asked. When would you like your booth to be set up? So we kind of need to know the start time. What type of event is this? You know, put corporate, blah blah blah. Address. I guess on my other website, my other business, I put zip code, blah 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 blah. And then what type of rental are you looking for? These are my packages. These are just my my basic ones for each one. So photo booth pickup, photo booth drop off, and then the hourly prints. Um, and then how'd you hear about us? I really love this question because I get to know what ads are working, and Instagram loves me. So I get most of my leads from Instagram. Yeah, it's topic for another day. But yeah, and then I just put in my information. If they don't want to do the whole contact form, they just want to contact me directly. But as soon as I fill this out, if someone fills this out and they press enter or send, ooh, I need to change that. Send. Why is it like that? Why is it dark? I need to change the color of that. But yeah, as soon as they hit send, I'll go on my Honeybook. So I'll go on my, and then let's go back to Honeybook, and I'll show you guys where it would show up. Because what's the point of making a contact form if you guys don't know what it does? So as soon as they fill it out, and what I love, Honeybook will send you an email and they'll send you a notification on Honeybook as well. So there's like double notification, so to jump on that lead. And it'll show up right here, guys, right here on leads. And then from right there, you can click on them, and then they filled it out. It's gonna tell you whatever they filled out. So from that form. So if they filled out that form that we were just looking at, like the full name and everything, it's gonna show you that, and that's how you could start navigating your pitch, whatever you want to do. But yeah, cool. We went over contact form. We integrated into our website. You're gonna find email. We already talked about that. I will draft a reply for you to use. So let's make one. Let's best. What do we sell that? Let's fill it out on my website. Just so you guys could see. I want you guys to see it. Not just imagine it, but actually navigate it. So it's gonna be me. Shoot, it's gonna ask me for. I guess let's just do my personal one. 747-283-7979. Date of event. Let's say that we want it for Halloween. I don't require this one. Obviously, it doesn't have a start like this one, so we could skip that one. Address. We could put 123 Elm Street, blah blah blah, California. I don't know. Los Angeles. What type of event this is? This is just gonna be a birthday. I just want the photo booth pickup. Skip, 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 and then click send. All right, check it out. So not only am I gonna get a notification on my email, but it's gonna notify me like crazy. It's like my phone is already going crazy. So, let's see. So it says a personalized AI reply. So let's go. Let's go. So we got a lead, and we're gonna now integrate that. I could put everything together and wrap everything up to end it up real quick, but let's see. I got a lead. We're gonna click on it, and it's gonna show me all the information that the client filled in, which was us right now. So we're on Honeybook. It's loading. Let's check it out. This contact form. This is why I love this contact form. Boom. So we have their name, we have their email, we have their phone number, we have the date, we have their address, we have everything. So let's create a file for them. Let's create the file that we made together at the very beginning of this lesson. Let's send them a contract. It's not to pick up. Let's do. Whatever. Let's use this one. And remember, if we miss something, then we're gonna be able to correct it on the contract. So right now I'm thinking I didn't put an end time on the thing. So we will be able to add it if it asks for one. I guess it doesn't ask for one. I guess we didn't add it. That address. I don't know why I didn't, but we could do it. You guys could always add stuff if you need to add stuff on the fly. From time. Remember, insert. And I'll show you guys how to put stuff on the fly. Say you guys are on a pinch and you guys are out and about and you guys need to just react fast. You guys don't have time to build one like on the build template and just need to do it on the fly. Project start time. And we don't have a project start time, right? So what you could do is field content right here and then just fill it in if we're in a pinch and we want to send this out ASAP. This is usually like if it's a hot lead and they're ready to book now. I usually don't try to rush, but if they're like, hey, we want to get this signed already. 6 p.m. project start time from time 6 p.m. to. So this is pretty cool that that Honeybook lets you do something on the fly. Project end time. And on field content, you could always change it. 9 p.m. And then remember, don't let them edit this. Trust me, you will regret it one of these days if you let them mess with this. And then say they got it wrong, right? They gave you a call and they're like, oh, it wasn't October 30th. It was October 30th, not 31st. You could always edit stuff on the fly and send it out. That's what I love about Honeybook. They thought of like a lot of things. Boom, everything looks good to me. What I like is just going to Invoice and just kind of checking that my invoice is correct and we got everything, what they need to do. So let's just say they just wanted to do the photo booth pickup. I don't know. This is just an example. Already talked about this. I like doing this on the invoice date. I don't know why it keeps erasing the invoice date. It should be the invoice date right off the bat. Boom, boom, boom. And payments. And we already went through this. This is just a redundant part now. So, and then we just click share. And then it doesn't AI reply, but I haven't been digging their AI reply lately because they changed it. It doesn't let you like choose like availability or make it nicer. It used to like let you do a lot of things. They kind of dumbed it down and I don't like it. So I usually just clear the AI reply and just put like, hey Hans, or so let's make it more formal. Hello Hans, this is blah 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 from blah 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 blah. Here is your, obviously you're gonna word it however you want, your contract and invoice. And then subject, I'm cool with that subject. And then look, check it out. Add your email signature. So you could add that. Boom. It auto-populates, makes it look a little more professional. I erased the stamp on the top because I didn't want it for this instance. You could add it if you want. But yeah, let's send. And now it's sending them the contract, the invoice, everything. And remember, I did this on the fly. So I filled it out. I got it on my phone. And I sent out the contract as soon as I could. And I'm trying to keep them with me. Don't give them time to, go ask for other quotes. You kind of just want to view them in as fast as you can. Cool. And that's about it. Let me see if I'm missing anything on the PowerPoint. Creating an invoice, creating smart fields, navigating new lead. We did that. Cool. All right, guys. So this is your Honeybook intermediate class. This is the next step up. I'll probably do an advanced class sometime down the future. But I think after this class and the beginnings class, you guys are going to be super solid on Honeybook. So you guys should already have the slides already, if you could follow along. The first slides show you like the first 3 slides that we're going to go over. So pretty much preference settings and how I use them. So we're going to go over that first. Let's dive into it. Let me share my screen. All right. So can you see my Honeybook open? You guys see that? Cool. Well, so the first slide we're going to talk about, so how do we get to the preference settings? You're going to go click on your top right here. And from here, you go to company settings. From company settings, you're going to go to preferences, which is where we're going to start. And then these are the ones that I like messing with. I don't really mess with all of them, but let's go over on data management. On data management, you might want to the one that I like messing with is project types. As a lot of us are in the Photo Booth 101 community. If you guys follow Drew, he teaches us the pickups, drop-offs, as well as sprints. So I like adding this project type to the list to keep organized. So I think it's gonna be easier for me to show it instead of explain it. So what we're gonna do is go to project types, and we're gonna add one. So so for project types, you could add different things. Birthday. So what I delete usually, yeah. So like designs, the ones that you don't want people to be choosing. So this is what your customers are gonna see when they're inquiring on your contact form, and when they like want to see what kind of project they're inquiring about. So I'll usually delete like a couple of them, like event, and then you could add whatever you want here. So let's add so it's I'm in a big community with Hispanics, so you might want to add quinceañera. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but when a Hispanic, certain ethnic type of people are looking and they see that not only do you have the hablo español on your website, but they also see like, oh dude, they cater to quinceañeras, you know, that's gonna put you above other people. So don't forget on the manage project types, you kind of want to add this, okay? So quinceañera. Let's see. For project fields, where's the project fields? So the next one on the preference settings that I like messing with is project fields. So these are usually once again what they're gonna see. So the project type, we already messed with it, and then you could add a custom field. And then this is what I was referring to on what type of event. So this is what's gonna keep you organized as well. Type of rental, and then I'm gonna keep it as a short text. And this is not gonna be visible clients. This is for you to keep organized. And then this is what I use. And then when you're adding a project, which we'll mock up a project, but the type of rental, and then for these, I will either put, it's gonna be a pickup, it's gonna be a drop off, or it's gonna be a print. So it's a little bit more organized because I know if I'm already doing prints, I don't have that much help with attendance. So I could already start tallying up like, you know, who I could send. If it's pickups or drop offs, you know, and you have multiple booths, then make sure you note that down so that you know that your attendants are not taken for that. I keep organized like that, helps me. So it's something to keep in mind. All right. The other ones I really don't mess with, to be honest. So we won't really talk about those because those are the ones that I pointed out are the ones that I mess with. AI preference. So let's go on the next slide. AI preference. So I'm not gonna bore you and read my slides, but what AI's and Honeybook just like rolled this out not so long ago. But what I liked is that when someone inquires, it kind of like autofills like a response on their email. So you could send it right away. Obviously you want to tweak it to whatever they're saying. It's just not like a robot, just, you know, saying random things. But what I've learned is to not use it right away. Because when it first rolled out, I noticed that it was very robotic and very, I don't know, very exaggerated. Like we are like honored to, you know, be considered to your blah, blah, blah. And it was just way over the top. So my suggestion when using AI assistant and the AI replies is to not use it like the first 5 or 6 rentals. And then just type in how you would speak to your client. And then the AI thing is going to start picking up on how you talk to your clients. And then after 5 or 6, start reading it. And then it will start sounding like you and not like some like over the top honored. We're super lucky to have you. Like, I don't like talking like that. I like talking professional and straight to the point. So that's my take on it. You guys could you know, the AI assistant, you guys could turn some of them on, turn them off. But my big tip for this is just go like 5 or 6 rentals and reply on your own. And after 5 or 6 rentals, then start using it. And then obviously fill in the things that you need to fill in. All right, next one. This is the one that I'm super excited to show you guys. So please pay attention to this. I want to go back to the sharing screen because I'm gonna have to show you guys the whole thing. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to share the whole, like my whole screen, so you guys could share. Screen sharing. Okay. Cool. All right. So check it out. So on this domain thing, and I erased it on purpose just because I wanted to show you guys the example. But it's almost like white labeling Honeybook. So your client, when they're getting their emails, are not going to be able to tell that you're sending some replies through Honeybook. They're going to see your domain. So I don't know if you guys have seen it or tested it out, but when you guys send an email out to the client, it's gonna say something like this. Like, check it out. It says bestphotoboothla.hbportal.co. We don't want that. We want to actually make it seem a little more professional, like it's coming from you, not from this software. I like it. It looks a little more professional. So what we're gonna do is use company subdomain. And then right here is where you're gonna put your domain. So for my example, let's put mine, bestphotoboothla.com. Next, enter subdomain. So right here, I use client. So this is what the client's gonna see. So they're gonna see HTTPS client.bestphotoboothla.com. They're no longer gonna see the hbportal.co. And next, create subdomain. So this is where it gets a little confusing, and I haven't found any YouTube videos on this. So I really, really hope you guys are actually writing notes on this one, because if you guys don't pay attention on this one, trust me, you're not gonna find it on YouTube. I was scouring it and I had to learn it myself. But so now you're gonna go to your domain, wherever you get your domain from. I used to get my domain from Google domains, and they sold it to Squarespace. So if you use Squarespace, this is the video for you, because that's how I'm gonna show it right now. So you're gonna go to your domain host for bestphotoboothla.com and create a CNAME and record the name client. So I'll explain these just so you guys are not all confused. So we're gonna go to Squarespace. Already logged on. So here's my domain. Please don't steal my IP address, please. All right, so custom records. This is where you're gonna add it. So you're gonna add a record, and for host, you guys are gonna choose client. Type, remember they said CNAME. And then for this part, they write it out for you right here, ssl.honeybook.com. So you guys are just gonna copy this. And you guys are gonna paste it. Where's my paste on here? Yes, we don't have paste, Control V. And save. And it's easy as that. And now, you know, from now on, when I write emails to the customer, instead of them seeing that part and then see, I've created. So please confirm that we already did this, client.bestphotoboothla.com. So yes, we're gonna confirm. And then it's gonna take a while for them to verify it. So we'll come back to it. But this is what they're gonna see now. Check it out. Oh, you know, I'll verify later, but client.bestphotoboothla.com instead of them seeing this part, which I think is better. And once again, you guys want to stick out and, you know, be on top of the pack. And this is something that a customer might notice. Is it gonna make a difference? Who knows? But it makes you look better, so it can't hurt, right? All right. Now we're going through this quick. Because we're going through this quick, kind of want to stop right now and ask if you guys got any questions right now? No? No questions? Going once, going twice. Actually, let me go back to my, in case anybody's on the chat. Okay, so Cindy gave us a thumbs up. Haley staying quiet. No worries, no worries. All right, let's continue then. Sure. So integrations. So the only one that I really use out of these is Calendar, and more specifically Google Calendar. I mean, you guys will be able to figure it out yourselves. So I just kind of wanted to talk about it. The reason why I use calendars is because every time you guys are gonna get an inquiry, someone's looking for a photo booth, not only is it gonna, because I set mine up to shoot me an email and alert me in the app, but now since I've also integrated it, it also goes to my Google calendars, which is something that I use a lot on my phone. So something you might want to do, connect to your Google Calendar. I already have another Honeybook account connected to this, so I won't show you, but guys, it's super easy. I mean, if you can't figure it out, I don't know what to tell you. It's super easy. You're just gonna click on, once you're logged into your Google account, you're gonna click on your name a couple of times, and then you're gonna click continue, blah blah blah. I don't want to do it because I already have another one for my other business connected to it, and it's gonna be flooded. The only negative is if you guys do get a lot of inquiries, which I do, it's really gonna flood your Google calendars. So you guys kind of have to stay on top of it and delete them as they come in, or like say you don't get an answer, archive them right away. And if archive them, said do not respond, they did not respond or whatever. I mean, we all know, dude. We're in the photo booth business. People will be like, hey, are you available for this day? You tell them yes, and then boom, they're gone, right? You never hear from them again. So no matter how much you bug them, they just ghost you. So just keep it clean if you're gonna do that, because it does flood your Google calendars. So that's what I got to say on that one. Templates. Oh, this is another one that I wanted to talk to. So yeah, so let's go over this. So let's go to tools. So now we're gonna go over templates. So we're on slide 7 right now. Templates. Sorry guys, I know you guys don't see it, but there's like a toolbar from Zoom that gets in my way sometimes. So I have to like drag it. Templates, and then I already did contract templates and contact form templates under the other one. So right now we're just gonna go over email templates. Something that I like using. Once again, we're gonna go. So you could either go to templates and then go all the way down, or just go to files and then templates and then choose emails. But this is something that I use especially for my other business a lot. But I'll just make one for this one, emails, and check it out. So these are like some templates that they kind of built for you. So the questionnaire, that's a pretty good one. So sometimes your contact form will just give you the bare minimum. So here you could reply with your company name, DOI, right? And then you could add stuff to this template. So something that I like adding to this template is work with you. Let's say we would put something like, so let's put a smart field, insert a smart field, and client full name or client's first name. So it would say, let's say it's Joe. So Joe, please let me know if this will be indoors or outdoors. That's something that we gotta know as photo boothers, right? Please be advised that our setup takes 8 by 8 feet and we need 8 foot. I always say about, because sometimes people don't know how to measure, the height of their ceiling, but they could kind of eyeball it. So I say about 8 feet of height clearance, however you want to word it. Stay true to yourself. Don't copy me unless you want to, but you have your own style. Oh, darn it. Hold up, my computer's lagging a little bit. Meanwhile, I'll take a drink. Any questions right now? Come on, bro. What are you doing? No questions? All right, we'll keep going. So 8 feet of high clearance. It's another thing that we care about getting right away, that they might not answer in the contact form. Because in the contact form, they're gonna tell you if it's a birthday, what city. You should already know that if they filled out your contact form. So I'm just going over some things that they need to know for us. we need an outlet no more than 20 feet away from where the setup will be. Sometimes they will ask what type of outlet. So your regular outlet is the 110 volts, and you won't. And 15 amps and 15 amps is all we will need. Sometimes they want to know. So I've gotten those questions before because they think we're bringing like a bunch of lighting like DJs are, and we don't. So 110 volts, 15 amps, that's all we need. And add whatever. Cool. So whatever else you guys want to add, and I always like add my signature. Sometimes I don't like putting best. I just added my signature right here. So add your email signature. So that's my email signature. I'll tell them what I do. Best Photo LA, my phone number. Cool. Done, right? So use this. So this is something that you wanna use and make it a habit. So all your email replies are the same. So you know that you're giving everybody the same information. So when push comes to shove, when you get there and they're like, oh well, we're gonna put you outdoors. We didn't know that you needed to be indoors, or we didn't know that you needed a heads up. You know that if you send this template that has all the information that you're gonna send to every client, no matter what, they can't say that they never read it. Like I sent it. So I love this. I use it, especially for my other company. But yeah, take advantage of it. Let's see. So yeah, that's just kind of like a thing that's like underappreciated on Honeybook that a lot of people don't talk about that I use. What's the next slide? We're still talking about templates. Yeah, so I mean we could build another one. There's another one that I use that it's not here. I think it's just I built it, which is a confirmed rental, because legit sometimes people will like freak out and say like, oh, I didn't get a reply after we couldn't, you haven't confirmed. So you could edit your what it's called up here. This is another one that you guys should have up your sleeves. Confirm rental. Photo booth rental confirmation. Once again, hello. And then remember, add your smart fields. So we're gonna insert smart field. We're gonna put their first name. So hello, Joe. This is Hans from, and you can put company name, right? Company name. So that's gonna be your company name. We are pleased to notify you that your date and photo have been booked and reserved. What's something that I like telling them? This is something that I like telling every client, because sometimes they'll be like, hey, you haven't started on my template. It's like, dude, we don't start on your template till like, the week of, or like 2 days before the week of, just because I see that we have someone in the chat. Let me read this real quick before I continue. You're welcome, Richard. I'm glad you made it, man. So yeah, so please notify you that the has been booked and reserved. We'll reach out the week before your rental date to build your template. I used to do them right away until I started getting a lot of inquiries, a lot of rentals, and then sometimes people cancel, and I hate working on templates and then having it cancel, like 2 weeks before, So now what I do is I will, take the money, take the deposit, and I won't start the template till like the week before. So if it's on Wednesday, the Wednesday before is when I hit the client up and be like, hey, time to start your template. Like if you have an invitation, send it to me so we can make one out of it, or we'll make one from scratch. And then this, you send them a questionnaire of, please be detailed of a template that you're gonna make for them. But this is one that I like sending and telling them that we'll reach out the day before to build your template, because that's a common question. What's another common question that you get? Payment. So for me, payment is due the morning of the rental. We will not show up if payment isn't received by by the date, by rental date. Word it however you want it, but that's another thing that So think of what clients want. We've been in the photo booth industry. I don't know how long you guys been in it, but things that you guys know that you guys are gonna get questioned. Send it to them before they could ask. Just so they know, like, oh, then this guy's on top of it. Once again, I like doing this add your email thing. So say bye, blah blah blah. But these are two of them that I have up my sleeve, and something that you guys should definitely have up your sleeve to save you time, because Honeybook is all about saving you guys this time. You guys don't want to waste your time. This is, after all, a CRM. So yeah, we went over this one pretty quick just because we didn't go over contracts and stuff. So if you guys have any questions, man, it was 30 minutes. Last class was like an hour and a half. But if you guys have any questions, please let me know.
Hey Hans, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Richard.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. Is there any questions you want me to cover? I mean, I blasted this through. I blasted through this pretty quick. I don't know if you guys want me to go over something that you guys might have a question about. I'm down, man. I made an hour for you guys. Last time I made it an hour for you guys, and we went like 30 minutes over. So I apologize for that, but you guys.
Oh shoot. For myself, my daughter is the one that's been helping out a lot with this. So I needed to jump on just to get more familiar with it. So
Yeah, no, well, we have 30 minutes already finished. So if you guys want me to go over, make a contract, make a contact form, you guys got 30 minutes.
yeah.
So
Hey, let's do that. I'm here. I'm staying.
Cool. What do you guys want to go over? Contract forms or a contact, contract or contact?
How about do you have anything that as far as like follow up, like when you send them the email and they respond and it kind of responds to them at makes any sense. Maybe I'm going ahead of myself.
So you're asking for advice on how to reply? Is that what you're saying?
How about this? Anybody else want to jump in? Because I'm still I'm still learning this stuff, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the photo booth and all that stuff, I got all that. It's this right here is new, like the CRM and getting, because like today I saw an email and it was saying you're past due, and I'm texting hey, why are we past due on this? We just paid for the whole year. And then my daughter says, no, she's laughing. Like, no, that's the client is past due.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw it in an email and I was like, what? Why are we past due? That's
So
how
it's
new
an
I am.
automatic email to the client.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's on automations. Let me see. Yeah, it should be right there.
Okay, automations. There you go. That's what I was looking for.
No, that's not the one. Give me a second. So let's go over a contract real quick, and then I'll explain that, because I think that's how it's gonna be. So yeah, we got time. If you guys are already the first class and you guys don't want to see this, you guys don't, no hard feelings if you guys want to leave. But I got time, and Richard's the one asking questions. We'll go over this. So let's build a contract real quick. So let's make a project, right? And this is going to be Richard's rental. And Richard's going to have a quinceañera for one of his family members. Sometimes I do like asking the question of where the customer got us from. Usually it's Instagram. For this business. For my other business, it's usually Google. And for let's say that they're inquiring about December 7th. Create a project.
You went the templates on there.
So I'm gonna say Richard And then Richard's last name is Joe. I don't need to know your last name, Richard. It's just, you know, for email address, shoot, I'm gonna have to put a real email address. Let's just put
You can put mine if you want.
VCU. No, because this is gonna be recorded and people are gonna be.
Oh, okay, got you. Thank you.
So abc123@gmail.com.
I forgot it was being recorded.
Let's put my phone number 7283-7971. Cool. That's a project. So cool.
And when you went to go do this, you went to clients or files? I didn't see that. Up on
So
top.
right now I'm building it from scratch. So I went to new.
Oh, new. Got it.
Project.
Perfect. Got it.
Yeah, new project. And then when you're building this, usually say they didn't inquire online, right? They inquired on Instagram, right? And they never filled out
Yes.
a contact form. They're just contacting you on Instagram. And sometimes they're like, and first thing, always try to collect the deposit. I mean, I learned from the best, Drew, collect that deposit, man. But sometimes you all have clients that will be like, oh, can I get the contract first? Okay, cool. The things that I need for a contract, I already know from the top of my head. I need your full name, your email address, and the event of your location. I don't really need your phone number. The Honeybook doesn't want their phone number doesn't need it, but I always ask for phone number as well. So it's 4 things, right? Full name, email address, address of the event, and phone number. Those are the 4 things that you need to get right away if they want you to send a contract right away and build it right away, right? They're ready to book and they want you to send a contract. They don't want to send a deposit without it. Boom, you need those right away. And then once we build the new, you right, Richard Rental, blah, blah. Address location, it's going to be at 123 Avenue. I don't know. Sure. It's going to be right there, right? Check it out. The type of rental. So I went over it on this lesson. I don't know if you were here for it, Richard, but we added this thing called type of rental. So for if you're a family member, you're inquiring prints. So now I know that for this, I need an attendant. So something that I like to
see.
organized, right? Because if it's a drop off or pickup, you don't need an attendant. So that's something that I use to stay organized. So.
Oh, I see. So then if it's a drop off, you just put drop off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Instead of if it's a drop off, and then your clients won't be able to see it. You see how it says not visible to clients?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Please, this part right here is visible to clients, guys. So for Richard, for a project name, don't put Richard is annoying customer, because if you guys name it,
yeah, right.
Dude, if you guys name it, your client's gonna be able to see that. So don't, the annoying lady, if you annoying, don't, just use, I usually just use their name and then event or project, something like that, but don't, not
Just a heads up.
this part right here, but this part, they'll be able to see it. So please be mindful of that. Don't put anything that you wouldn't want your clients to see. So drop off. No, you said that you were gonna get prints. Just go with prints, so we know we need an attendant.
Now when you put that in there, there's a place I'm sure here where you could like a filter out, right? Like later on you could like ascending, descending, you could click on something.
Oh, I see.
Like prints, and everything will come up prints.
I haven't gone that far because so let's check it out. So the way I like to know, you want to know how many prints, I guess, but the way I like to see, the way I filter this out is then I'll go to tools and calendar. Say we did it for December 7th. So boom, right there. I only have one inquiry for December 7th right now.
I get it. I got it.
Right.
Okay.
So then I'll click on that and be like, okay, what is it? And so I'm gonna go to project, and that's how I filter them out. I filter them out by date and start checking out what they are. So now we're back at where I created your event.
Okay, that's cool.
I like using calendar a lot. Calendar is something that I like using Google calendars, and I like using the calendar on Honeybook. And boom, now I know, okay, this one's prints, so I know that I need a attendant for this one. Just something to keep tabs on. All right, so we're done with that. Oh yeah, so we're gonna create a file. So because we got time, let's create a contract real quick. So blah, 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 templates. Let's go to file templates real quick.
So you go to templates, file, okay.
So right now we're gonna make one, right? We're gonna make one from scratch.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna create a new contract. Because we got time, so why not?
Mm-hmm.
Made an hour for you guys.
Thank you.
All right. So contract. So do you use Drew's contract by any chance, Richard?
You know what? When I first bought my photo booth, I did get the contract, but I haven't used it just yet.
Okay. So when you get his contract, just go to his contract and copy and paste it here.
Okay.
So
And of course, change it up a little bit or two.
yeah, so let me go back to it real quick. So because I have my contracts out and the other one. Exit without updating. Blah, blah. I'm gonna copy his because I already have it. Obviously, I use his. So here, let's do the all photo booth contract. We might have to switch yours to your pretend event to a drop off just because it's a drop off. Let's just copy it real quick.
So you copy all that. You could copy all that.
Right now, yeah. But this obviously you would be copying it from because I think Drew sends you his contract through a Word document, right?
Yes,
I think that's how he sends it, yeah.
I believe so. I have to go back and look.
So this is the one that we were. So we're creating a contract. No, that's not it. Let me find it. If not, I'll just make another new one. Copy of new contract. Let's see right there. So we're gonna delete this. Boom, boom, boom. Paste the contract that we made. You won't have this, so let's erase that so I could tell you how to make them. Like I said, I went over this on the last class, but I wasn't supposed to go over it, but because we have time, I'll make one for you guys.
Thank you.
All right. Let's delete these. I'm just adding a couple of them. So completing the booking for constitutes blah, 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 responsible blah. So the service period will be on the date of. So we're gonna talk about smart fields real quick. So you see the on the right here, smart fields.
Yes.
We're gonna insert. And then this is what are called smart fields right here. So this is what's gonna be auto populated for you. So we're gonna put project date. So boom. And then I like putting can't edit. So your customer won't be able to edit the date, which is super important because you don't want them to pull a fast one and change the date without you. So ask me how I know, man. Ask me how I know. So
Because
yeah, because it happens, man. So they won't be able to change it without going through you pretty much. The service period will be on the date of blah 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 from a time of, and then once again, smart field project start time. And remember, can't edit. Oh, we already had it. I guess I forgot to erase it. 2. And then project end time. So smart field insert. Project end time. Remember, can't edit. Don't let them edit it. Add address of. Insert. Project location. Can't edit. Those are the things that they won't be able to edit.
Okay.
We will arrive possibly blah blah blah. These are just things that are on Drew's contract. So I don't want to bore you guys with this. First client address. it should be project date or project address. So I'll erase that. We're gonna insert project location. Once again, whether due to incorrect answers, blah, 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 no competition, blah, 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 Wi-Fi, blah, blah. No additional time is allowed past agreed time. So it's already added right here. And then check it out. What I like adding at the end of each section, not everybody does this, but you know, just stuff that I was advised as a, and what I've seen in contracts is putting initials. So this is something that they can edit. So at the end of every section, so you see how it's in bold payment, and then this is this whole section, services, and then this whole section. We're gonna put terms, this whole section at the end. I like telling them that you gotta put in your client your initials. So you could either go to suggested or you could look them up.
Our initials.
No, client.
They're quite okay, gotcha.
First client initials. And then this one they must fill. So not only can they edit, but they must fill it. Why? Because this pretty much them putting their initials here pretty much tells me, hey, you initialed under this terms. So you initialed that you read this paragraph.
Mhm.
You just go to the very bottom and started signing without reading it. Like you and
Okay.
so I like putting it you know, up to you. So check it out. I have it on each one. So services, first client initial. And once again, it must fill.
Mhm.
Because if you put can edit, they could just leave it blank. They could put it or not.
Okay.
Whereas in must fill is that the client can't leave it empty.
I get it. Okay, I like that.
So yeah, so that's how smart fields work, right? Total price. That's in project. I forgot project. Oh no, it's payments, I guess. Payments. So total price. So it's something that you're gonna fill in your CRM, and it'll plug it in for you. First payment amount, which is your deposit, right? And see the things that are like an asterisk in blue, they can't edit.
Will it calculate it for you automatically?
The invoice. We'll go over the invoice in a bit, but yeah, this is yeah. So this is
Initial.
to do. I'm not really gonna go through every one because we're not actually building the whole thing, but this is
Yeah.
how you make a contract. And I
No, that's
honestly
good.
gave you the meat and potatoes of it, man. I already gave
No,
you
that's good.
the meat of it, so that's it. All right, it's cool. So where did
Yeah, they read it, and they understand it.
Mhm. All right. Let's go an invoice. We still got time, so let's start with blank. We're gonna
What
do an
blocks do you
invoice and
want?
payment. So we're gonna add an invoice to this. Let's see.
Okay, these are all your invoices.
Yeah. Oh, look, I got a Honeybook class example. So from a previous one. So let's use that one. So we could delete it, but so photo booth pickup. Let's delete this guy. Cool. So this is a one-time thing. Oh, wow. You guys don't really gotta mess with this. I mean, you can if you want to. I go over it more on the beginning class. Design, I believe it is, yeah. And you could like mess with like what you wanted to say, stuff like that. But
Okay.
what you guys care about is actually making your invoice. So let's add a new service. Let's do a print service. Print. And I should already have some already, but yeah, print with batch count. Let's just make a new one. Print example. So we're making a print example invoice, and the thing is comes with digital and prints, backdrop included, and prop table. Boom. And I like putting, let's say it's a 2-hour service. So that's gonna be my my price in the future, starting next year. Do 500.
That's 2-hour service. Okay.
Yeah. And then that's it, pretty much. I mean, that's how you make your invoice right there. I know it seems pretty easy, but sometimes
Oh,
people
that's cool. No, it's good to see it.
you could add images to it sometimes. How do I know you could add images. I forgot how. It's because I know I have images on it, but from the top of my head, I don't remember how you added it. But the
Then
customer,
once you have their email, then this just gets sent out. How do you send it out to them?
I'm a pretend to send it out in a bit.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Let's add a sub item. So what they want to add? What's an add-on rental that something say like? Let's say they want a Jackery or no, a power bank. We call it Jackery, but we tell the customer it's a power bank. For description, needed if outlet is further than 20 feet away from setup area. And let's say it's a $75 add-on rental. And then this quantity in units, I leave it alone. Because we'll send it out right now. And I'll show you guys how that works. Cool. Oh, here it is, image. But whatever's. We don't really want to go over that. Cool. So that's our invoice that we just built for payment. Something that I like messing with. So I like putting client must use autopay.
Auto pay.
Reference. So they have to leave a deposit of $50. Oh wait, I'm still not done with the invoice yet. Here, why is it just called page 2? It should be called invoice. At the very bottom, it should tell you. There you go. So for me, the way I work it is invoice date. That's where the first payment is due. And this will be
You collect 100 or 100 or 50 or 100.
50. Yeah, that's how I do it. I used to collect them more, but I mean that, like I said, your preference. If some people collect up to half, and then due date, and then I'm gonna put project date. Save. So this is how I make it, right? So the $50 are due as soon as I send you the invoice. That's when I want the payment of the $50. The remaining balance or project date, the morning of the day. Some people want a week before, sometimes want a month before. Totally up to you how you do business. Just telling you how to do it. So this is something you don't want to forget. Honestly, I've never even messed with client select this one. Never done it. I just do this one. So
client selects plan. Dude, what is it though?
I don't even know how to use it.
Okay.
Never mess with it. I don't know. But I just use this one. So and I'm literally showing you what I use. This is, remember, invoice date and project date. Sometimes people like doing smart dates, what is a smart date? It's pretty much so like let's say some people like collecting it 2 weeks before. So if you want to collect payment 2 weeks before the date,
never heard of a smart date.
So a smart date is pretty much it does it for you. So you're telling it that the client needs to pay.
Oh, I see.
The client needs to pay the $50 on the invoice date, right? Your deposit, as soon as you send it. And then the remaining balance is due 2 weeks before their project date, which is pretty much 2 weeks before the rental date, right? When you're going to show up. Sometimes people want 1 day before because they don't want to be waiting overnight and making, so 1 day before project date. So say for Richard, right? We're gonna, and I'll show you. Remember, we were supposedly doing one for you for December 7th. The remaining balance for your hypothetical rental is gonna be December 6th, and that's when it's gonna charge it. So cool. Let's go to payment. We've got 6 minutes. So for payment, I like to leave the tip on. I finally got tipped on one of this. I was super happy. The
Oh,
client
that's
finally,
cool.
I know, right? But I've done like, I don't know, over 100 over 100 rentals, and I finally got my first tip. So I don't know, man. I'm not even rude, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm too nice, and they're like, this guy's happy as it is. I don't know. He doesn't need a tip.
But you got in tips like after the event, just not here.
Yeah, like in
Yeah.
cash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I've never gotten a tip on Honeybook. This
I
one.
mean, but that's cool though. When you
I
saw it.
finally got my first one. Yeah, super stoked. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I didn't even know how it looked until like I saw it on my email. The money went through. I'm like, what? I was like, they only owed this much. I'm like, how the heck? I was like, I was thinking like, did I forget about an add-on that they did? And I checked and I was like, oh shit, they gave me a tip. Like that's how it looks like. That's crazy. Like,
You're all
uh,
nice. All
yeah.
nice.
So yeah, let's go over this. So what I like requiring is a credit card. I don't like using ACH just because sometimes if they pay the day of, ACH takes a while. So it's pretty much a bank transfer, right? ACH is a bank
Okay.
transfer.
So it's not a Zelle.
It's not a Zelle. No, it's pretty much they put in their like legit bank info,
Got you.
like their routing
Okay.
number, their account number, and then they send it to your routing number and account number. Obviously, they won't be able to see your account number and all that, and you won't be able to see theirs. Oh, but
Yeah, I want to real quick. I want to go back. Pay with auto pay. You mentioned that.
yeah. So now we're gonna go right here. I like leaving a tip on. Finally, I got one, so I'll keep leaving it on. And then client must use auto pay. I like using this because I required the day of, right? The morning of to have the
Okay.
payment. Client uses auto pay. It will literally charge their card the morning of the rental.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
I've legit woke up on Saturday, a lot of times actually. I wake up on Saturday morning, got my print rental, and usually it's like around 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Saturday morning. I'll get a ching, the app will go ching, and I'll look at my phone, it's like, oh, no, the credit card payment went through. So I guess I'm showing up to this rental. So
Hans, does it take a percentage of the when it gets charged? Does it take a percentage or does it charge the client that percentage?
no, it charges you. So
Okay.
that's something that you could charge the client and you can pass on the cost. I eat the cost. Just don't for this business. For my other business, which is a mechanical bull rental,
Mhm.
I charge the client because those rentals have a lot more money involved. It's not just $2 or $3 or $4 because I don't want to bother client. And like I said, this is totally up to you. Some clients don't even care if you charge them $4, but I'd rather
Right.
not bug them for $4. But for my other business where like I'm charging sometimes up to like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, I really don't want to take that 3% hit. So
Right.
Gotcha.
I tried using before right now we're using incognito forms
mhm.
and it is a pain in the butt for one because it's a lot less user friendly than this and each thing is its own entity rather than it all being wrapped into one big I guess something that works together. But every time I can't remember what the percentage is, but for a $450 rental, we were charged $16. So
Jeez. Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And yeah, like, once you get into 16, 20, $25, like, yeah, that's something like I don't want to eat the cost. But like a lot of my rentals, I'm not gonna lie, are a lot of pickups and a lot of drop-offs. That's my bread and butter. I really don't push the prints just because I don't like being at events. I
Yeah.
used to like it, and then I got over it real quick. Don't get me wrong, I love my job, but it's just pickups and drop-offs are just something I really, really push for. So, for 3% of $200, I don't, what is it, like $6? I'm not really gonna bother them because that's how much I charge for my pickups. 199.
How many hours is that?
Huh?
How many hours?
For the pickup,
Yeah.
they pick it up the day before and they drop it off the day after the event.
Oh, so they have it for the full day. All right.
Yep.
That's pretty
Yep.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe Drew's probably gonna do a pickup class. I don't want to get into it because he's a lot better than I am on it. But yeah, that's my bread and butter on it. But yeah, so yeah, client must use auto pay. pay late fees. That's never gonna happen because if you use autopay, I mean, and this is one thing. Only because you use autopay doesn't mean that it won't be declined. Ask me how I know. The clients they could turn off their credit card, just like how you personally could put like you could freeze your card, right? You lost it or whatever. You could freeze your card. Clients could freeze their card, so your thing might not go through. So just pay
Or what
attention.
if they don't have the sufficient funds on that card?
Thank God I haven't found out, but
Okay, but it could happen, and
it
it
could
doesn't.
happen.
Okay,
Yeah,
it just won't push it
I
through.
haven't found out.
Okay,
Thank God. Knocking on wood. But yeah,
because you gotta make that phone call. Say, hey, I'm sorry, but your card.
yeah. Well, I mean, if it didn't go through, I'm pretty sure they'll know. But it's just something I'd rather not deal with, anyways.
Okay.
But
Some
yeah.
some cards will push it through, and then
Some
on their
cards, yeah,
side,
even if you
they'll
freeze it,
just be over the
sometimes do.
limit.
Yeah. Especially if it's already on file, like I don't know, like when you get a gym membership, even though you freeze your card, there's some things that are like subscription based that it will still go through. I haven't found out through Honeybook, but just know that they could freeze their card. And clients have given me a heads up, especially the wedding clients. The wedding clients, I don't know if you guys run into these, but like they will freeze their card after their wedding event. So if you try to charge them, it probably won't go through. And they do that on purpose because they just dealt with a bunch of vendors that have their credit card information, and they're not taking any chances. So
Okay.
so yeah, quinces and wedding clients, it's not uncommon for them, but
No, that's great to know. I didn't even think about that.
yeah, because they deal with a lot of vendors, man. So the last thing they want to do is
Yeah.
get some sketchy things on their card. So cool. Let's go back to your calendar. Let's go back to Richard's hypothetical rental. Go to project. Let's just load it up real quick. All right. So check it out. So we already got Richard's thing. Let's say that we already emailed back and forth. He's ready to sign the contract. I'm gonna go to contracts. The one that we recently made. No, it was like copy of new contract, something like that. Yeah. I think it's that. Oh, I guess it wasn't that one. Gosh darn it. I'll just use one of my regular ones. Give me a second.
It looked like it was it.
No, I could tell it wasn't because it had the default thing that Honeybook puts with the little winky face. And I don't send winky faces to customers. Let's do let's do this one. Just so you guys could see how it is. So this is what the client's gonna see. So see how things are getting auto-populated. So Saturday, December 7th, Richard wants something for his family member at this address at 123. Customer Richard Joe. And then first client initials, that's something that he needs to sign. And you guys can mess with it if you guys need to do like an edit before. So even though you already have your template before you send it, you could edit it. In case you want to do something. I usually like they're already built for me. So I usually just send it. So see how it auto-populates those things. So
And the signatures, it won't let it go through unless they the actual initial and sign. Like they can't skip anything. The system won't let it go through.
They'll be able to sign, but they won't be able to send it without the initials.
Okay.
You'll tell them. All right, and then Let's go to invoice. See how I tell you guys to not be careful what you name it? You see the project details? They could see that, all right? So don't put Richard annoying customer. Don't. You're gonna piss off the customer. So if you guys got opinions about somebody, keep it to yourself. So let's say I couldn't find the one that we built, but this is pretty much similar, right? Photo booth pickup. For me, they could add an AI backdrop. An actual backdrop. That price is wrong with the backdrop optional. It's actually $100 now. Enclosed canopy, power bank, prop table. Right.
Okay.
So say that Richard changes his mind and he was gonna do prints, but he figured he wanted to save money and do the photo booth pickup. And Richard told me, hey, I don't want to add the AI backdrop, but I do want to add a power bank because I'm not gonna have an outlet. So we're like, okay, cool, I'll add that to your thing. As soon as I put one and click away from it, it adds it to the price, 100. And Richard also told me that he wanted to add a prop table. So boom, I put one right there. And no,
How many props does that include?
for mine, I include what I call 6 premium props, which is like your those props that like Drew sells. I forgot the
Yeah.
called, but like that material, like the ones that
Okay.
um
PVC.
PVC. There you go. Yeah, PVC props. So 6 PVC drops that they could choose from, and I have like a bunch of them. So I'll usually like tell them like choose 6 of these, and then it glass the silly glasses, the silly hats, that's also included. But I only let them take 6 PVC props, not like a bunch. Reason being is because those are the most expensive props, as we know, right?
Yeah.
You could have those silly glasses, and each one's probably going to cost you like $2 or $3. But those PVC
Yeah.
props add up like real quick. So I only let them keep 6, and then when they return them, if they break like a $2 pair of glasses, I'm not really sweating it. I'll be like, don't worry about it, it's fine. But if they break, if they're missing a PVC prop, like nah, bro, I'm gonna charge you. So
Mhm. Okay.
so
And you let them choose the PVC.
yeah, so I'll bring
Okay.
out a box, or if I don't bring out a box, I'll usually kind of like ask them like, what is this? If it's gonna be a wedding, because even like customers for have wedding, I've had wedding customers that do the photo booth pickup.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, so everybody's on a budget now, so even for
Huh.
the photo booth pickup, I've had weddings, so they'll come and choose my wedding prop sometimes. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so I kind of gauge it and kind of put like the ones that I think they're gonna want at the very top of the box, and then they'll go through it, you know.
Okay.
But say we added the prop table, we added the power bank, and then it was a photo booth pickup. Boom. So we added one, obviously one for the photo booth pickup. It adds it at the end. So 324. That I don't know why it's that. It should not be at smart date. It should be at project date. So see how you could like fix these on the fly? That's actually good. And then this should be not smart date. Should be invoice date.
All these little.
So usually I want to go through them just in case I did them wrong for whatever reason. So November 18th, they need to put in the deposit. December 7th is the remaining balance. And then the last page I want to go over is payment, which is this. I want to make sure everything's in line. Remember, I don't like giving them the ACH. So yeah, credit card. I don't like.
I like that. I
Personally,
like that auto pay.
I don't like doing bank transfer. I just like giving if they credit card. And then I also tell them that you could also do Google Pay, which a lot of people use Google Pay now. There's something
Can they
that
pay through PayPal?
no, I don't think
Oh,
that
okay.
a Honeybook. It's I think they could do Apple Pay. It's just not showing up. Google Pay, yeah, here it says Google Pay or Apple Pay appears to be something.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
So they don't actually have to put in the credit card. They could also do Google Pay and Apple Pay. It's the same as a credit card. It's still gonna charge you. So we're still gonna charge you 3%. And please, I advise to always use the client must use auto pay. And then boom, we're gonna share it. And then before we share it, it's gonna say like we want to build a the template. So you should already have a template like built. So email templates. So I don't have it here right but we should already have a template like, hey Joe, here's your so let's just build it real quick right now, or let's pretend that it was already built. Rental agreement with invoice. That's
Okay.
what I'm name it, and then and then smart field. Client full name. Oh no, I don't like client full name. That's weird. When I'm emailing them, I just like first name. Client first name.
Yeah.
Hey Richard, this is Hans from, and then it's gonna be your company name, right? That's Photoboos. I have sent you the contract along with along the invoice and
And don't be shy to leave a tip.
payment. Yeah, whatever you want to put. This should, I don't know why I can't find it. I'll probably have it on my
That's
other
good.
one, but on my other Honeybook account. But yeah, and then so you would literally just choose an email template from here and just boom, and it'll fill it out for you. And obviously we just gonna click send, but I'm not gonna click send because I don't want to send it to some random abc123@gmail.com. We're not gonna send it. You could also, schedule it or send yourself a test. I only use schedule if it's like 2 a.m. and I'm working late. I'll schedule it for like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. normal business hours because I don't want to bother them at 2 a.m. You're probably gonna think I'm on crack or something. So just schedule it. Sometimes you want to send it right away, but sometimes I'm just like, I prefer not to. But yeah, that's it. Any questions, guys? Anything else you guys want me to go over?
Hey, Hans, this is great, man. Thank you. Because you know what, this right here, you showed me little hacks, to save me time.
Yeah, and like I said, this is gonna be recorded. So if you guys missed anything, Drew should be posting it up for you guys soon. I don't know how soon. I'll let him know that it was recorded. But yeah. So I'm gonna stop sharing now. Let's go back. And that's all I got for you guys. So if you guys don't have any more questions, we're pretty much over. We were scheduled for an hour. So
Thank you guys for watching, and as always, don't forget you can join PhotoBooth 101 University, take parts of the classes that we're doing. I don't always upload the stuff that we do at PhotoBooth 101. Only very rarely will I come on here and show it to you guys on YouTube, but I really do want to push PhotoBooth 101 University more so you guys can level up your business, join the live calls, communicate and network with other photo booth owners, and take the classes. So again, that is in the description. And again, for Honeybook, if you want to sign up, get 30% off, that's also in the description. But thank you for watching. God bless. See you soon.